Ooh. All right. Oh, this is recording? Yeah, we live. Okay. Hello. Good evening, or good morning, or whatever time you're watching this, honey. Hey there, College Park. I'm creeping because it is wet, and I don't want to come out here. Welcome to this edition of the College Park Car Chronicles, honey. Ooh. Okay, here goes my ear itching. And my nose going to run at the same damn time. Okay, that's my allergies. But it's okay. What's going on, people? Listen, I wasn't going to do this. However, because of this rain and we're all, engulfed in this hurricane. What they call it? Hurricane Helene. Okay. I decided that if I'm on with you guys, y'all can see that I'm okay and I'm taking my time in this traffic and carrying on. Okay, so this is a checks and balance for me. But in addition to that, child, I had not been keeping up with the postings and carrying on that happened today. So I went through, erased all those damn air ducts and all this car detailing shit that's coming from everybody else. Listen, do we have anybody here in College Park literally that does this car detailing? Okay, that's right here in the city of College Park, honey. Perhaps we can make that happen, okay? Because I'm so tired of these damn little people coming up in here with this shit that's getting on my nerves, okay? Perhaps that's something that we need to look into, honey. Have our own little car detailing somebody. Maybe 2 or 3, a family, a husband and wife team, or maybe a couple of y'all so everybody could get in on it. And we built this little thing here in College Park. I would love for somebody to detail this car, but I don't want those astronomical prices because the one person the very first one, when I started this, she told me she lived in College Park. I said, where, girl, where? Blah, 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 blah. And she would never give me an answer, And then all of a sudden, she come. I said, well, I have an 85. I mean, no, not an 85. This is a 2005 Honda Element. And she was quoting me $189 to detail this thing. I was like, girl, you lost your damn driving ass mind. $189 for you to wash and detail, girl, bye. Okay. Now, the thing of it is, I would like to have a thorough cleaning, because she does need to get up in here. Some of these little parts of carrying on need to be scrubbed and all of that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just suggesting that so that we can get off of these little people. And I didn't even know, honey. Honey, why are you on that line like that? Get away from me. It's too wet line when you're like that. And he coming towards me, can't see. Shit. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough of that. But I just happened to come across Randy Godfrey's dissertation, okay, of his assessment of what's been going on here in the city. Now, he says that he's had a conversation with one of the residents and carrying on, and they had a lengthy discussion. And so he broke down a couple of things, honey, and I want to put that into a little bit of perspective because I'm not going to say that he's wrong. I just want to I put a couple of caveats onto something. Because everybody loves to jump on this thing of that when Jack Longino was mayor, that he oftentimes was involved in the deliberations. And I'm going to say, okay, to a point. But we also have where he was not. Okay, he's been corrected. And because those meetings are not on tape and recorded, we can't go back to the tape, but we can go back to the minutes. I say go back to the minutes and prove that statement. Because I know I wasn't going to council meetings all the time at that particular point. I started going to council meetings when I came on by them. Okay? And even in my recollection, a lot of what's going on, honey, Jack did not get involved in the deliberation. Now, what he did was, he always made sure that if there was information for clarity, okay, he would correct a couple of things and make sure everybody had all of the information. Okay? Now, I've seen him do that. All right? But let's go here, because a lot of folks want to know that all of this started because of the council going and doing what they did with the mayor, restricting her abilities or whatever. And the question he wrote was, why now? Why is it that now we decide to do this? Randy, it is obvious. And a lot is that question or the answer that nobody likes to go to. Okay, y'all see how bright that light is in front of me, honey? I feel like I'm on the spotlight, right? Y'all see me just as clear. That's somebody's car lights, child, that damn bright. It's clear. They did that for the same reason why y'all were mad that Gay and Karn did not show up to the meetings during the tail end of the last season. Okay, during Ambrose's and Ken's last days, okay, on their term. All right? It's the race card, baby. We point blank simple. It's the race card. Okay? Why now? Because Mrs. Motley Broom had been out of order all this time. Y'all go back and look at all those damn meetings that carried on. That heifer was out of order, and nobody corrected her, which is why a lot of times she and Gay and Karn were always at each other's throats. This is nothing new. This here is nothing new. Them going back and forth at each other has always been there. Now, she and Gay have been going at it longer because Karn, for the first, he didn't come back, you know, until after the first 2 years of her term. Because the first 2 years of the term were up under Derek Taylor. Okay? And so, a lot of the times when it became what this was, there was always the fix in. Now, y'all know she puts the fix in, don't you? The same things that she tries to do or feel as though she can't do, she already does, or she was doing with Ambrose and Ken. She would have the conversations and she would get the questions asked. Y'all go back and y'all hear all that all the time. Oh, I have the questions that I need answered already. I have all of my questions and I don't have to say anything right here, right now. Okay? So every time it came for the vote, all of the votes, whenever there was a tie, and we had several ties. We had several ties, and every time except for one, every time that the tie had to been broke, it was broke to be on the side of wards 1 and 3. Okay? Now, in the beginning, we didn't see anything, and we didn't say anything, okay? Until it became painfully obvious. Everything that Councilman Gay was trying to do, Mayor would get her clutches into it. She always had something to say about this, and this. Then, all of a sudden, because I've watched her sit up, and Ambrose has changed his mind on a couple of things. Ambrose did this. Kim was go along, get along, honey. He said what he needed to say, and all of a sudden, you know, well, I happen to agree with Mayor, blah, 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 blah. So she was already doing her little passive-aggressive stuff back in the day. So you want to know why here and why now? Because she was getting away with too much. All right? Nobody is sitting up there asking, I see in the comments, Somebody's always asking, what happened to Terrence Moore? No one has gone through those records and looked at that, because she was the one who fired Terrence, not the council. She fired Terrence. She was the one who hired Darnetta Tyus. She did that, okay? And pushed very heavily for that, because supposedly that was her friend or whatever this was, okay? She had someone whose only allegiance was to her, okay? It was all through everything that Darnetta would not even speak to the council. She was only speaking to the mayor, okay? She only would speak to the mayor. Okay, she wouldn't take appointments with the council or this, that, and the other. She was only dealing with the mayor. That was too much. She's not supposed to have that kind of power, because she's not a strong mayor like that. So why now? Because that needed to be balanced out. I was about to say the word neutralized, but no, it needed to be balanced out. Okay? And the problem is that she had been doing it for so long to where everybody thinks that she was being natural at it, that was her own responsibilities. A lot of the citizens sit up there and they claim, they said this all throughout the budget meeting, that one that lasted to 5 in the morning. Oh no, honey, the mayor is supposed to be the one who is the voice of all of us. She's supposed to have all of our best interests at hand. The mayor does that because she looks out for the city, but she doesn't have a fucking voice. I mean, a vote. She doesn't have a vote. And that's what this is. I don't know why that's hard for the citizens to accept, that if council is doing what they're supposed to do, there is no fucking tie. There is no thing for the mayor to sit there and got to break a tie on. If council is doing what they're supposed to do, vetted out everything and this, that, and the other, then everything is working properly. We have been improper. We have been improper rather, okay? We've been improper, okay? So now that this whole thing comes to where we want to restore order, it's on the heels of everything looking like you can't trust everybody. Now, let's go here, because y'all know I've been saying this from the beginning. The presentation of all of this has been an in your face. It's been a neck roll. It's a bit you gonna do what the fuck we say do or not kind of thing. Hell yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. Because just like we want to make sure that she do things right, everything should have been done in decency and in order. Okay? But, you know what? I'm going to say this. Because those very first meetings, there was no, oh, she's not sitting down talking with us. Y'all didn't sit down and talk with her. Because that omnibus should not have been presented to her like that. It should have been where y'all sat down and had a conference with her first. And be like, okay, no, we're going to put this into action and carry it on, and had that first. That should not have been the first thing that should have taken place. That should have came down maybe in, say in February, March, up in there, where she was still showing that she's still doing that passive aggressive shit that she does, because she did. Okay, how she was getting on out of daring when she started that shit, the way that she did, that could have came later. But I think that trying to rush this is where this is, because see, what it reads is that was the stunt. Okay, when y'all didn't show up, when Karn and Gay didn't show up for those meetings, it has the impression that this is what y'all was planning to do once we got the new council in place. Okay, and all right. Do I fault it? Not necessarily. It's a game strategy or whatever. It was shady as fuck, but it was a game, okay? It was a game, and okay, we're going to work the game. But, truthfully speaking, that should not have been done at the very first fucking meeting to neutralize her, okay? I like that word neutralize. I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna stay with the word neutralize, okay? That may be the improper word, but it just fits right here. Okay. But that there is where this is. Okay. Y'all should not have done that in the beginning. And all that goes to our veterans. That does not go to Mackenzie and Arnold the way that everybody wants to do this. See, y'all want to put this on the two new babies because y'all said in the thing, oh, y'all just gonna wait when they didn't show up to the meetings. Y'all just gonna wait till the new council come in, and all y'all waiting on is to see who gonna be the bad guy this week, so y'all can have a 3-1 vote, and the mayor don't get to vote at all. Well, newsflash, sweetie, she wasn't supposed to vote at all. Okay, she wasn't supposed to vote. Okay, so here we are on lines or whatever about shit that when nobody realizes what the fucking process is. So if the citizens are offline about how the process is supposed to work, and the mayor was out of order with how the process is supposed to work, we all had to sit down and get it together. We had to put it back in order. Okay, now we have all of this do-wah-diddy, this dancing and carried on. Because the mayor still, she said she objects, and she objects, and she objects. She done sued. We got a partial judgment. At least we got an opinion by a judge who says, no ma'am, your first rights are not being infringed upon. You have ample time to do this, and this. And what does she do? She still breaks the law by saying, oh yes, I know you don't want to hear from me. And then she done turned this into a witch hunt by saying, oh, this is misogynistic because you don't want to hear a woman talking this, that, and the other. Okay. She done pulled that card. Okay. And now she got the women all up in an outroar and things of that nature. And this, so do you see the circus? Yes, we have a fucking circus going on. But everybody is involved. Now, I have always been saying, y'all gonna hear me say this until times change. Either Miss Motley Broom gonna change her ways, or she's gonna be voted out, or what the new council gonna come, whatever. Something gonna change, and it's gonna get done the right way. Okay. So now, what was the other thing? Because he was talking about things being done and the transparency of this, that, and the other. All right. Let's go there, because again, I'm going to say, yes, we had a couple of shady things. And y'all keep wanting to blame the new baby. Y'all keep wanting to throw Jamel up under the bus. Y'all keep wanting to throw Tracy Arnold under the bus. Well, no, y'all don't. Y'all were throwing Tracy under the bus until she stood up there and told Councilman Karn, oh, I'm not going to go to jail for none of this stuff. And I'm too cute to go to jail, and pissed Gay off. Pissed him off to the point to where now he wants to reverse his decision on the rock wall. Okay. And this, that, and the other, which, what I told y'all before, which supported the point of, oh, this is the go along, get along gang, honey. Y'all just gonna vote because y'all can vote. See, that there, all of that supported y'all theory. Okay? When all that happened, that supported y'all theory. But y'all still want to throw her under the bus because y'all figure, oh, well, they just doing this, and oh, why did they vote this way? Why did they vote that way? And still, y'all keep asking for transparency. And I keep telling y'all, there's some shit that we're not supposed to know. Some of the shit that y'all asking for that's involved in executive session and carrying on, we're not supposed to know that. We're not supposed to know that. How the fuck everybody know that an apartment complex or whatever is coming to Bill Evans? That's executive session. That stuff is not even released yet. That's not released. So that means somebody brought it up at the mouth. Okay, who? Who? Because only thing I know in Bida is that mayor is on Bida. Okay, Mayor Pro Tem is on Bida. All right. So, okay. And the people who end up knowing about it are people that's in the mayor's camp. Now, I'm not saying she did it. However, let's connect the dots, because that's very correlated. That's a correlated point, honey. Okay? Well, you ask why here, why now? Because Mrs. Motley Broom has got her goddamn britches up between her thighs, child, as she feeling herself. That's what it is. Okay? Now, And I don't excuse her. I mean, I don't make excuses for her or put all the blame on her. I put all of the blame on, y'all hear me say this all the time, the three constants. The constants that we have are Motley Broom, Karn, and Gay. Those are the three constants. All of the problems that we have evolve around them. Okay? Y'all are in this recall thing because why? Y'all say Jamel made a hasty decision. Whose fault was that? That was Gay. Gay put that thing on the agenda, not explaining to them what was going on, gave them half of a notion, and both she and Tracy trusted what he said because that's what we do. Oh, okay, I see what this is. Okay, good. And we'll vote for it so that we can go and get the information on the next go round, because this is supposed to be a process, right? Shoot me the information. We'll vote for it to say yes so that we can get to the next round, and then we'll spill it off there, right? That's what that was supposed to have been. But then it backfired at okie doke, right? So again, the constants are the veterans. Okay, the veterans. All right? Now, I still believe that we have to deal with. Wait a minute, I'm trying to go through everything that he said in this thing, because I read it. I'm just trying to remember all his points. And I hate when I do it live because I can't go back and go get the points unless I get a separate device, and I can't do that when I'm driving. But let's go here, because one of my biggest points is that we have someone whose profession is being a mediator. That's your profession. Your profession is being a mediator. As a lawyer, a judge, or whatever, that's your profession. And you say you can do this with corporations and companies and this, that, and the other. And yet it's only 5 of y'all. And you can't seem to make a difference. I don't think you want to make a difference. Okay? I don't think that she wants to. Okay? I really don't. And I don't care what her mouth say. I don't care what her mouth says, because her action says otherwise. Okay? There's been several times, and this is more than just a retreat. There's been many a times, honey, to where just being out and about, okay, at city events and carrying on, when she shows up and she and council stuff are there, you can tell that they're so rigid and carried on, they don't even want to sit by each other. And that's a damn shame. So you want to know why now Miss Thing has too much. We have allowed her to go too long with doing the shit that she's been pulling, and now she thinks that this is regular shit. She thinks that this is regular for her. And then let's look at it. It goes along, it's color lines too, baby. Y'all do not like to hear that. Y'all do not like to hear that. But I'm gonna can I say what the elephant in the room is? And that there is, because we have no white person on that council, nobody wants to trust this council. If we only had just one somewhere up in there, nobody would. It would be okay, because the idea would be somebody would be on the mayor's side. Okay, and it's not about being on the mayor's side. It's about what's best for the city of College Park. Now here we have a Caucasian lady who I don't know if they hired her to be the city clerk yet or not. I know she's the interim. She speaks very well. She seems to be very organized or whatever. When she's at the helm at the meeting, it runs very smoothly, doesn't it? It runs very smoothly. Okay? But what does that mean? What does that mean? And that there it could be perception, it could be the race card, it could be whatever. But if you want to talk about why now and how could we move forward, we have to address that issue. Nobody wants to talk about that issue because y'all keep saying, no, it's not about that. Yes, the fuck it is. Yes, it is. That's what he said. giving folks time in the public comments. Y'all, those who are in support of you, you want to give them more time to talk. That's a lie. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Everybody has the same amount of damn time, especially when Joe Carr sits up there and say, let them finish their point. Again, the veteran. If y'all mad, it's the veteran. Y'all mad at Stanley Muhammad because he goes on and goes on and goes on. Who gives him that time? Let him make his point. Y'all get mad at counsel because counsel say what? Okay, because why? The study is, if we tell him no, now we could tell Stanley Muhammad no. All right, y'all will be happy for that. But if we were to tell Grace Phillips no, is it Gracie McPhillips or Grace Phillips? I keep telling her name of Gracie. I'm sorry, baby. I call you Gracie because it's cute. But I tell your name of it. I don't mean no disrespect with that, baby. I'm just trying to get it right. But if we were to tell her, okay, it'd be a whole uproar. Oh, y'all trying to censor her. How dare you? She's a citizen. Y'all will go right there. And what's the difference? What is the difference? You tell me. Huh? You tell me. You know what? No, let me do this. Let me do this. I would do this. Let me go Stanley Muhammad versus James Walker. Since James got up there and wanted to pull his stunt with wanting to censure the council. Okay, do I have a first? Do I have a second? Do I have a third? Do I have a fourth? I said a fourth? So you trying to raise the motion? They don't have no fourth emotions. How the fuck you gonna raise a fourth? And there is no. Do I have a fourth? They got these folks standing up, okay, in the presentation. Okay, y'all let that go. Because why? He's sitting up there letting the council have it. But because Stanley Muhammad said what he said, and y'all said, oh, that's hate speech, because y'all don't like what he said. Y'all don't like what he said. Oh, that's hate speech. And it borderlines. Now, I'll give y'all that, and y'all know how I feel about that. I told y'all that before. I don't necessarily have to listen to it, because for me, his religious beliefs and how he stands on his principles have nothing to do with me, because they discriminate against me as a gay man. As a black man, I'm good, but because I happen to be black and gay, oh no, honey, that there becomes a whole separation because of how I'm destroying the black family and all that bullshit. Okay, so I don't get involved in that. But when he sits up there and goes on his history lessons and carrying on, honey, it's history. Now, we don't like what it sounds like and carrying on. We're already trying to get rid of critical race theory and this, that, and the other in the schools and blah, 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 blah. But when he goes on it, what is it? Y'all don't like it because it's harsh. Y'all don't like it because it's in your face. But he doesn't call out anybody. He makes blanket statements. Okay? He makes blanket statements. Okay? And folks get offended. Now, I'm not saying you don't have a right to be. If you feel that way, I laugh. So I laugh. I cackle. I said, oh, did he just say? And I just start, I holler. Baby, I holler. Because it tickles the hell out of me. Because it doesn't bother me like that. See, I know how to put that shit. I told y'all what my piece is. Okay? So what's the difference? Huh? It all becomes like and dislike. Okay? As long as there's somebody up there that you want to speak, it's okay. See, y'all done got to this point now. Y'all like Rex. Y'all like Rex. Rex Willis, he'll get down there. Oh, wait a minute. The last time he was down there, that tickled me so bad. Because he said, oh no, I got my wife's time. She gonna give me her time. I said, Rex. Oh, honey, Rex, don't do it like that, child. Don't do it like that. Okay, oh, she gonna give me her time. I was like, oh, okay. And we know that because we know the witnesses come up there as a package deal. So it wasn't the shade, it was just funny as hell. Okay. But y'all used to like Rex. And now, because Rex is one who called it, now listen, y'all think Rex called everybody out. Because Rex said, I ain't got no reason to lie. I've been here for 45 years. I have no reason to lie. Okay, and when he called it out, baby, Rex called the shit out there. He called it all out. And nobody likes it. And I'm going to tell y'all why y'all don't like him now. Y'all don't like him because Favor House got $50,000. And $50,000, is it a grant or a contract? One of the two. Okay? So that they can continue the food program. Now, all of a sudden, y'all sitting up here talking about, oh, well, we already got Ignited. We got this other. They have similar duties. Bitch, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Huh? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Oh, my tax dollars are going. Girl, if you don't shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Yes, of course we got organizations. Do you go to the church? All them damn churches, honey, got the same damn thing. Why are all the church? Girl, okay. Don't you start with me. Oh, these programs are the same and blah, blah, blah. Well, that shows you that the need is great. Okay? That the need is, the city's gonna help. The city's gonna help. Okay? Oh, they got friends. If he's been here for 45 years, I've been here for 16. And we all sitting up in here working with the city, knowing everybody. Of course we gonna have friends. What the fuck are you talking about? But business is business. If we go through and do it the right way, which they did, then what is, child, see, this is why it had to be done now. Talk about, oh, people get the time. And no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Now, point in question, honey, why is it that the one time that anytime the mayor sat down there and tried to scold somebody, outside of her trying to correct her name, the only time she tried to scold somebody was Muhammad by trying to say he was being inflammatory. Mr. Muhammad, you're being inflammatory. He said, I didn't call nobody's name. I am not being inflammatory. I'm stating you what the facts are. And they had to get the city attorney, and the city attorney said he is entitled to say what he needs to say because he hasn't directed it to anybody. And then they tried to pull up my letter, remember? Because they said, because there was a public comment that came in and used the word punk, and mine was a direct quote. Okay, I quoted Joe because he said, "Didn't nobody hire no punk?" Okay, however, they sat up there and redacted my statement. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, so y'all tried to go in on that, and the city attorney say no because he's within his rights. So now what? So then y'all want to sit up there and say, oh, the city attorney is in with the council because this is the go along, get along gang. If y'all don't cut that shit out, because now you pulling straws. Now you're sitting up here going through and trying to make a case because you don't like it. You do not like where this is going. Shit. Why? I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out. We as black folks, and y'all know this because this here is culture within us. White folks, close your ears for a minute. Okay? We as black folk have been conditioned to believe if it ain't white, it ain't right. Look at how we go to the doctors. Look at how we look at the teachers. Look at how we look at this world. Even our bosses, if it ain't right, it ain't right. That's what's been conditioned in us as a people. And we're coming out of that. We're coming out of that. We've been lied to, telling us that we can't work together. We can't get along. All of that. And we've showed countless times that we can. Here, we have made history and herstory. Here, And we have allowed, we are benefiting from the growing pains of what this city looks like with an all-black elected board. Everybody. And before everybody left, everything was black. Council, mayor, city manager, city attorney, the clerk, the HR director, the public works, if not all the department heads, everything about College Park was black. But nobody is looking at the mayor. See, you keep asking Randy Godfrey, why now? Because nobody is looking at the mayor's bullshit. Nobody is looking at her and clocking her for her mistakes in this. We can get on council all day. You done put a whole litany of shit. But nobody is clocking her madness. Nobody is scrutinizing her behavior. Because nobody still even answered. Before this council got here, what happened to all the folks that got fired and left before this? Y'all keep harping on, oh, since this council got in, it's been 9 months. We done lost 20 people. Well, what about all these motherfuckers that left up under her administration? What about Darnetta, honey, when the city lost all this fucking money? Y'all were mad because we had to pay Stanley $140,000 and he was only here for 10 months. What the hell did we have to pay Darnetta and she was only here for 4? And we had just paid all this their relocation fees and all this fee and that. All that money we done spent on her for her to have 4 months? Really? And nobody questions that, right? Nobody questions that. Nobody's looking at her actions. I done told y'all on countless videos, I've gone to Terrence, I've gone to Stanley, and I'm hearing them say, mayor and council will not let us do our job. Terrence told me to make sure, because he said, if you win, make sure you are kind and make sure you do not try to step on people's toes, because that's what your mayor does. She's rude. She comes in there thinking she knows every goddamn thing. She comes in there trying to take over our job and she wants to run the city. And that's not her job. That's mine. That's what Terrence Moore told me. Here. So nobody wants to look at her. So now that she's being the focus of all this, everybody wants to sit up there and say, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, y'all attacking her. She's under attack. No, the fuck she ain't. She's being held accountable. She's finally being held accountable. And she needs to own up to what the fuck it is that she's done and not done. Because here's the tea. I'm still not happy with the fact that after we had the whole meeting about the lobbyist who fucked up the bill. We hired you to go down there to lobby for that tax bill for the seniors. We lobbied for that. Y'all were supposed to do that, but y'all went up there and you wrote the wrong shit. How do you write the wrong shit? When you write it, you proofread it, you reproof it, you scratch it, you're supposed to present that before the mayor and council because that's what we paid you for. You went down there with the wrong shit. So now everything was wrong. So the seniors didn't get the thing. And what ended up happening on the fuck up like that? Ambrose and Ken said, yeah, we want to rehire them. And it was a vote that was done. Joe and Gay said, fuck that. We're not hiring y'all again because the job that we hired you for, you fucked it up. We're not hiring y'all. It was a deadlock. It was 2 against 2. What did your mayor do? She rehired them bitches. Yes, she did. Because she started with 1 and 3. Again. Go pull the notes. Go pull the records. See, that's what all this is about. Okay? We could go through the other things that carried on, and I'm telling y'all, yes, the presentation that carried on, I've gotten with the council people that I can talk to. My councilman and I, we don't have a relationship like that. Okay? We don't have a relationship like that, and I don't believe that Joe is going to hear it from me because for whatever reasons, I have my own personal reasons, but I really believe that he sees me as a threat. Okay? He may think I'm trying to come for his job or whatever the case may be, or he may think that I'm just some loudmouth queen, honey, that just want to be heard. Okay? And whatever that is, he and I do not have that. We cordial. You know, we can talk, but not really. Let me pull your coattail. You know, I can go up and call him a son of a bitch and carry on, or a bastard like I do with everybody else. You know, I can't do that because we ain't down like that. Okay, see, he's one I have to bite my tongue with, and if he get me to the point where I'm about to call him a motherfucker, I have to walk away. Because see, his nose will start to flare, and if his nose flares, mine gonna flare. I got a bigger nose, so yeah, okay, we'll lock horns, and it'll become bad. Okay, it'll become bad. All right, and it don't need to be. So rather than go through all that, I talk to him when I can about certain things. I give him his kudos when he got kudos. He know I'll put my foot in his ass when he does the fuck shit. Okay? But otherwise, I can't go to him. I could go to McKenzie. I could go to Arnold. Gay and I never had a relationship. In fact, when I first met him, I met him with Councilman Taylor. And we were trying to get some things done then. But the very first time I laid eyes on him, we had a little thing over here at the police department. I mean, the fire department over here on Sullivan Road, where we went to we did a citizen survey, which I want y'all to go pull those records. Sabritha, when my sister, honey, my sister Miss Tasha, hey girl, Tasha Hall Garrison, y'all know that's my sister. Okay, that's my sister. That's my sister. And Karen, I think we probably be on opposite sides of the fence with this, but she's still my sister. Okay, that's my sister right there. Y'all hear me? I love me some Tasha Hall Garrison. However, we did this survey over here about what the folks want to see in their communities. And it broke down delicious. We heard directly from the citizens. Okay, when did we do that? Was that 17, 18? Somewhere up in there. Y'all need to go pull that to go see what the citizens say they want. Okay, go pull that so you can see what the citizens say they want. And particularly, we were looking at the 18 acres over here. Okay, the Jamestown acres and things, so because we were trying to make sure we got the right development coming up in here. And they were working very diligently to get that done. And the mayor come up in there and fucked it up. I have been mad about Bida ever since that day. Well, we had the people, Keller Wheeler, we had the developer that was going to put houses on this damn 18 acres. They had it. They showed us. They showed the plans. They showed us what we're going to do. We done sit and wheeled and dealed and fought for this fucking contract. We trying to make sure we get all this shit right. What the fuck this bitch do? I can't call his name. I got him in. I can't call his name. She goes and gets, what's his name? I can't call. I got to look at the minutes. And he comes telling us about us being in the flight plan. We are in the flight plan. And to build new houses over there, we have to be mindful of the decibels of the sound, because a 0.75 decibel can stunt the growth in children. And if we have houses over here, this can be potential danger. So 20 years down the line, nobody would be able to sell their homes, and the airport would not be able to come in to do improvements, to do sound barriers and carry on. The children said, we'll make the improvements. We can do this. We can make the sound barrier and carry it on, and we can get it, and it won't cost nothing extra, because we can do this. Do you know they sat up there and got there, and Mayor sat up there and said, Mayor, well, you know, We really want to think about College Park's future, and we just can't look at the short-term thing. We need to look at the long-term. And long-term, 20 or 30 years down the line, we don't want to have this kind of problem come in. So looking at this, it's best that we not hold off, that we not do this particular project, and we've come up with a better solution to such a girl, I'm telling you, I am stewing. And I'm trying not to cuss. And Eleanor Cornelius, was she chair at the time? Or did Jamel just become chair? I forgot what it was. Eleanor grabbed my leg. Cause I'm rocking. She said, Meech. I said, girl, y'all not gonna tell me this stupid shit up in here. Y'all not gonna tell me that. I said, so basically you're trying to tell me that we at the whim of the fucking airport. So anytime the airport get a whim, they just gonna come and knock some shit down because they want the land. We privy to that? We have no say in this, right? Girl, I'm telling you, I was fuming. Because we could have had houses over there. Wonderful. Baby, they were trying to build, how many? I forgot what it was. Was it 180 units? I forget how many it was. We was going to have that. Do you hear me? And I watched the mayor fuck that up. I watched her do it because she bought this motherfucker in there. I watched her do it. That's why I'm telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I heard. I watched this bitch be damn passive aggressive and doing it. I watch her from the damn dais the way she does that shit. She sets that shit up in motion and carrying on. And then everybody else do her dirty work. And then she sits down there and gets this little smirk on her face. Ooh. Fuck that shit. That's why they got to do it. That's why now. Because we've created a monster. Because the first 4 years of her damn tenure, didn't nobody correct that shit. They let it go. We got caught up in, we got the first black and the first woman. The first mayor. That's how, sister girl power. Sister girl power for somebody. And then y'all gonna hear me say this. If we say Black Lives Matter, she gonna say all lives matter. Is she wrong? No. She's not wrong to say that. But that's the attitude. And y'all know what that attitude is. The attitude is, oh no, we can't just focus on this. And everybody's like, honey, you are in a city that is 75% renters. You're in a city that is 82% African American. What you mean we can't focus on that? What do you mean we can't focus on it? And I'll tell you why they can't focus on it. Because of what my slogan was during the campaign. The can'ts, the don'ts, and the won'ts. The ones who can't, the ones who don't, and the ones who won't vote. They never have a damn voice. Never. Because they do not do what it takes to get whoever running over the finish line into the win. So they say, fuck them. Everybody does. Except for me. And I was told, which is why my numbers were so low, honey, I only got 12 votes. But I was worried about those, all my can'ts, my don'ts, and my won'ts, because those are the ones who have all of the issues. Those are the ones who trying to make a better way, that you say that we need to have the city that we deserve. And I tell her this all the time. When was the last time you came over here to Embarcadero? You come over here to knock on my goddamn door to campaign, and the last time you came over here with the police and the fire for the Santa toys. You sent your mom and them over here to put the shit on my door this time. When was the last time anybody been over to Central Park? And all that old bumpy ass roads, them potholes. Y'all, those are craters. Those are damn graves. Potholes and carried on over there. And y'all ain't sent code enforcement over there to get them to clean that shit up yet. And we talking about all this development coming down here on Camp Creek. Y'all got Wally World right next door. All this beautiful development. And ain't nobody got over here and told these folks to do something else about this shit. So where it can look like a girl if you don't quit. If you don't quit. This is the shit. This is the shit. Now he said something else, and I got to go over it, but I'm home. Thank y'all for being with me to make sure I got home safely. But yeah, I wanted to come here because that happened. And Randy, for the record, thank you, baby. Thank you. Because I like how you presented it. Okay? It was well thought out. You wasn't necessarily taking digs and ties and this, that, and the other. Even though your allegiance may be to Bianca, you were able to present it in a way that causes discussion. And that's what we need. We need more of that versus the blame game. We need more of those kinds of elements to where we can sit down and have the hard conversations. This race thing is a hard conversation, baby. It's hard because those who are upset don't want to fit up under that damn race card because they figure that it's not race. But those who are about race, they're not going to admit it. They will not admit it. And then here is the other thing that's an Achilles heel for me. I want to sit down and I want to have a face-to-face with Mr. Ambrose Clay. I do. I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. I want to have that because how dare you? You are probably the most trusted voice of Ward 1 because of your tenure on that damn council. And out of everything that has been done, you pushed Jamel. You told everybody, this is who I'm pushing. You groomed her to be your successor. And now you're doing everything within your power to tear that woman down. Yes, I get your little emails and shit. Okay, and I go to your little website. And you, like Bianca, you spoon feed this evil. And then, when you came to the Ward 1 meeting, was it Ward 1? No. No. Was it Ward 1? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Because Cameron spoke about records requests. And she was saying that they charging because after you get so many pages free, but afterwards they have to charge you per page because somebody wanted something that was like 800 and some odd pages. Okay? He stands up and gonna ask, well, in this day and age where we got flash drives and this, that, and other, how are you still charging per page? How in the fuck do you ask that question when you just got out of office? This is your shit. Y'all the ones that put how come you didn't change it before you got out of office, knowing that you the computer nerd and the geek, and you the one that know all this bullshit, and you didn't think to change it? Folks, you didn't think to change it. Or is it because now that everybody is going up asking for open records requests because that seems to be the thing to do now? Because everybody wants so much, now all of a sudden we need to change it? I thought the price was to offset the work, but yet that's supposed to be going to the city. Right? How dare you? And I realize that you're probably old and set in your ways. That's probably an excuse you're going to give. And I also realize that now that you are a public citizen and a private person, you can think of it however you want. At the same time, how fucking hypocritical is that of you to sit down and don't even go to Jamel to say, hey, let me put your coattail to something. And let's talk about this. You sit up there and you force feed her and give her and get her. You were the one who put her on Bida. You were the one who advocated that she started Ignite. I was there for some of it. You were the one who pushed that. I know when Ignite came to Bida, I was on Bida at the time. You did that because you've been the mayor pro tem, so you was always there at the Bida meetings. You did that, sir. And now you want to tear her down the way that you're doing? Really? I take complete objection to that because you got the ear of that. I call Mrs. Motley Brew, she's the mayor of Ward 1. I don't call her the mayor of College Park. She is the mayor of Ward 1 until she proves herself otherwise. Until she proved herself otherwise, she will be the mayor of Ward 1 and a part of 3. That little north part right there that's on the other side of the tracks, that's Woodward Academy Part 3. Not Godfrey Road and all that. She Woodward Academy 3. I said it. So that's why, Randy, that's why we have to have these hard discussions. And I don't even think we're going to get answers for it. Because a lot of this is personal. A lot of it requires introspection and work that needs to be done. A lot of this is generational. Because that's the other thing that we're dealing with, honey. We're dealing with multi-generations of shit that's here. Folks are holding on to tradition. Folks are holding on to this, holding on to that. Okay, because they don't want what? You don't want to change. All right. Okay, well, there is that. I can pick this up some more, but I want to get in the house while the rain done stopped. And I want to get out the monkey suit and carry on. We done made our donuts for the day. I got one more day cheering. And then I'm off Friday and Saturday. Y'all know next week, Thursday, I'm going to Detroit. I'm going home to go see my family. And I have to face my fear. Because this will be the first time I am going home and I will not be seeing my mother. We buried my mother 3 years ago. Well, I have her ashes. And I have not been home since then. And I've got to get over that. So this is my last first. And every time I think about it, I get a little anxious about it because I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how I'm going to, I don't know. So, and then my sisters, they moved into a new house. My mother and my sisters, they all stayed in the same house. So they moved into a new house. And when I go see the new house, this is going to be the first time I'm going in the house. Mama not there. Yeah, it's going to be all of that. So I have to get over that. So that's what next week is. I'll be gone for the weekend. I'm going to take my computer stuff with me. We'll do Car Chronicles from Detroit and things as I'm driving around Detroit, honey. So that's going to be fun. So with that, that's where we are. Let me get out this damn car because I'm burning up, child, and we'll talk later. If y'all want to talk about this some more, drop it in the comments. Let's talk about it. And then we could do a part 2. Oh, I'm willing to do a part 2. You know it. All right. I'll talk with y'all soon. Bye.